This is a video on how to do a water pump on a 2008 Ford Escape with the 2.3 engine with electric power steering. The bleeder valve for the radiator is at the bottom of the radiator, down there. In order to get it, you have to take the lower engine cover off. It works best if you take that tire off. You can see mine's still loose. I used a 3/8 hose hooked on the nipple for the bleeder valve, a 19 millimeter socket to open it up while I had the radiator cap on, then put a basin underneath it, an old gas tank I cut in half from a car junked. Let it start draining, then pulled the radiator cap off, let it all drain off. When it finished draining, then I sealed it back up. I came over to the driver's side. I pulled this driver's side off. This cover was broken, so it's not on this car. Then I used a 21 millimeter wrench to hold that in place. Then I used a 10 millimeter wrench, ratchet wrench, to take the 3 bolts and break them loose on the water pump. Once I got that done, using a 15 millimeter socket, I loosened up the belt and removed the belt, and then finished taking the bolts out of the water pump pulley. And then I removed the 3 bolts from the water pump. I'd show you where the bolts are, but I done threw the core away. There's only 3 bolts holds this pump in, that's it. Once I got those 3 bolts out, I lowered the car down, and it used a 10 millimeter socket or a ratchet wrench, either one, and removed the 3 bolts from this idler pulley. Because as I said, it's electric power steering, so it doesn't have a pump. Then that enabled me to get up top and get something in behind this edge here and get that pump slid out of the way and get it pried out. And in the process of putting it back, it's not a real difficult job, but I figured I'd put everything all in one place. So basically for this, you need a 19 millimeter socket to drain the radiator. You need a 15 millimeter socket or wrench for the belt tensioner, a 21 wrench to hold your crank bolt, and then you need an 8 millimeter for the water pump, and then you need a 10 millimeter for the bolts that hold the water pump in and the bolts that hold the idler pulley bracket. Hope this helps you guys out and you're able to keep working on your own crap. Save yourself some money, because this woman brought this car in, nothing had ever been done to it, and unfortunately she doesn't have anybody to help her, and her bill's getting kind of high. We're trying to help her as much as we can, but we got to eat too.